It's probably this weekend, maybe either Saturday or Sunday. I think it's gonna rain this fucking weekend, so we'll see. So I'm gonna probably try to start it off like this weekend. Start setting up my beer and shit.
Hopefully, the fumes will get people drunk in the building.
You know, in this fucking building, be like beep beep beep. I mean, not building, studio.
Yes, we're in Studio 12.
We're in the studio.
Next week we might be in Studio 17 because Studio 12 we gotta renovate it. Wink, wink.
Yeah, man. So you know what I was watching fucking on, I think it was Saturday. I was watching that Tupac movie.
Oh, okay.
So I fucking was watching that. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty.
What do you thought?
I actually thought it was better than I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because I've heard so many people like say it was kind of corny. They should have never rushed into it because they saw how much Straight Outta Compton did. Like they did they did pretty well.
Yeah.
I even think they got nominated for an Oscar. I don't know. It wasn't nominated for best movie. It was nominated for not best director or something. But I know Straight Outta Compton got nominated. So I think the people from the All Eyes on Me movie, they was like, oh, we should piggyback on that, and let's see how can we do. And like I said, a lot of people shitted on it, especially what's his name, John Singleton.
John Singleton, yeah, because he made the Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, and then
I think Benny Boom did this one.
Benny Boom did this one, and they were saying that actually people were saying John Singleton should have done it because he knew Tupac, like he actually knew Pop, and he saw the things he was going through. But actually watching this movie, I learned certain things that I did not know about Tupac, especially him dating Quincy Jones' daughter. I
didn't know that too. I had to fucking Google that shit.
I did not know that.
I had a wiki.
To be honest, I'm a Tupac fan, but I didn't know he was born. I knew he was from New York, but I didn't know he was in Harlem.
Yeah.
So it all caught me, and then I was surprised they, one of the big time drug dealers in New York, his name is Nigel. If you Google his name, you'll see also like this, what he's all about. And I was like, okay, I see where it's going, but I think it's like a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, that shit is pretty fucking long.
Which was too long, and Straight Outta Compton was almost the same, but it was fast paced. It was like it never slowed down. And this All Eyes on Me, it was like slowing down, and then they'll put some of his music, like when the scenes of him coming up with the songs, or like when he was performing in LA when he came out of jail, especially when he performed "Hit 'Em Up" when he was going at Biggie. I
think like what slow it down when he would be in jail.
Yeah, and
the fucking
him
jail
talking
scenes.
or them trying to. Because it was more based around his mother also.
Yeah.
So they were like showing you why he is the way he is because of his mother and his stepfather and what she was part of the Black Panther and how big she was with the organization, stuff like that. So, that I got to know, because I didn't know about that either. It's not like the Notorious movie that they don't talk about Miss Wallace. Like, they just say she's Jamaican or something, live in Brooklyn.
She's fucking Miss Cleo.
That's it.
But the reason I was asking you, because I was thinking, like, that shit brought me back. I was at work listening to some of his old shit, and then I started going back into some old 90s shit, listening to, like, a lot of the 90s hip-hop. So I was just thinking, I guess back in the days, what hip-hop song you remember, like, growing up that you were like, fuck.
So, I got into, back then we called it rap. Now we call it hip-hop. But I didn't have an older brother, cousins, or anything. So it was just me and anybody that was my age in my block.
Gotcha.
So I fell into rap music on my own, because not even in TV. Because my mom didn't speak English, so she'll listen to merengue, salsa, bolero. No, every time you go to my house and you hear Ana Gabriel or Juan Gabriel, that means my mother's cleaning.
Yeah.
So we never had that. Or you hear Los Hermanos Rosario, Los Quentos, my mom's cleaning. So I never had that rap. I didn't have that older person. We had one guy in my building when I grew up in 160. His name was Izzo. He was always into hip hop and rap, and I could hear it through his door or whatever. Like, he lived in the 4th floor, 11 to 6, and he had a DJ set. Boom, boom, he'll go in. So the first rap song I ever heard was from Chubb Rock. And
I'm not RoboCop. I'm
yes,
Chubb Rock.
That
with
song,
the Popeye, right?
Yes, that song got me hooked. Ever since I heard that song, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
So I think that song got me into it, and then little by little, I started like finding like Tony, and they're not even hip hop; they're just R&B, if you want to call it. And I started getting into that world, and then I found maybe Ralph McDaniel on Video Music Box.
Yeah.
Yo, MTV Raps with Dr. Dre and that Lover. So little by little, I started. But Chubb Rock was like my main guy. Him out of anybody.
It happened.
Him. How about you? Who was like your influence?
Man, so I mean, I started like young because I'm my old cousin. So Richie, you know, they used to always listen to music. So I pretty much follow him and my cousin Ants.
Oh, okay.
So. But Richie was more like, you know, his block was more into hip hop. So probably Run DMC is probably the first that, you know, was like Peter Piper. And the little song, Here We Go. Here we go. DMC and DJ Run. Dum diddy dum diddy. Like that song, remember? Slick Rick. Like Mona Lisa.
Yeah, I got into that later.
Yeah,
on.
Slick Rick, or like at that time, he was big.
Even Special Ed.
And then I think out of all of them, like, you know, the first ones were like, you know, the Run DMCs, the KRS-Ones, and then the Slick Ricks. But then came like a little bit after them was Biz Markie.
Oh, there you go.
Right? And then, like around that era with Biz Markie.
Pick a booger.
Mom wants Taylor. So then after that, like during that time, Big Daddy Kane was like the one for me. Yeah, like Big Daddy Kane, when he came, like I was like, that was the guy.
He was like the top guy for New York.
Yeah.
Even Rakim. Yeah. Right behind him, because that's how it was for me. I don't know, Chubb Rock. Then everybody said Run DMC, but then when you hear Big Daddy Kane, you be like, whoa, this is different.
Big Daddy Kane was like, ain't no half stepping, who flat top rules, whatever.
Not only did he have lyrics, but then you see his videos, you watch his video, he's dancing.
With the big rope chain.
Yeah, like
he had a style.
You get these rappers nowadays, like Jay-Z or Rick Ross. Yeah, they hard, but they don't dance no more. Yeah. Back then?
Yeah, because back then, like even house parties, it was fun. Like,
even LL Cool J, who had lyrics. Oh
yeah, LL Cool J too. LL Cool J is big.
He lyrics and he still dance. I'm like, you see, they don't. Hip hop stars don't do this anymore.
Nah, they
Take
don't.
it back like that. Like, have fun. Now it's all about, I'm doing scissor, I'm taking pills. I've got a gun here and there, which is okay to listen to, because when I'm working out, I got a gun and I'm lifting weights.
That's the best shit.
Yeah, so
that's the best shit to listen to.
Chubb Rock for me was like the first guy, and then I think it trickled down to my brothers, and then I started listening to other stuff, and then they started coming in, and it built. So just like you had your cousins, and whatever they listened to, that's who you were listening to. That was the good things, and that's. Growing up in the Heights, you always have that different. You hang out with your friends that listen to this type of music, got this type of music, and this music. So, what's like type of memories you have? Like, what's one funny memory you have growing up in the Heights?
Uptown. I mean, there's so many crazy things. Like, trying to think of just like the. Memories, like a lot of the stuff I remember just being young is just playing outside. So like just playing the different games. We used to play skellies. You know, we used to go get quarter juices and take the top out, then stick that with dirt or stick it with wax or fucking clay and to make it thick and all this crazy shit. And then fucking playing with fucking the handball. I think we used to play Sting. That you basically just fucking run the car, you just throw it as hard as you can, hit somebody in the head or whatever. Oh, we used to call no head hunting, but whatever. You throw as hard, and we used to play that shit through cars and all that shit in 178. Fucking, you know, hot piece of butter. I don't know if you ever play that. That's what a belt is. Basically, you take a belt, you take a belt, you hide it.
Are we playing with our
that's in the streets.
Our moms playing in this game?
No, these are in the streets. You hide that shit somewhere, and then you got like a radius. You know, back in the days, you could go, yo, you can't go from Audubon to Amsterdam. So you just do it in Audubon. So somebody has a belt. You know, they close their eyes.
Say that's the ones that couldn't run too much.
There you go. You be like, if you got 2 blocks, no, let's do it in 1 block. So then whoever gets the belt, you can hit people and shit. And it was just fun. That used to be fun. I know my cousin's block, Anthony's block, we used to play booties up. Which basically you throw the ball high up in the sky. And like if you fucking drop it, then you gotta go to a wall. If you get like 3 outs, you gotta go to a wall, cover your head, and they all take turns throwing the handball at your fucking ass. So, but then we used to play suicide too. Was another one. You just throw it off the wall, and if it hits a wall and like you don't catch it, like if it drops, you gotta run to the wall and tag.
Okay.
And if I get the ball and I see you tagging, boom, I can hit you. Also, fucking playing in my mom's house basketball with a hanger. That's how I learned to play basketball from Richie.
Everybody did that. But the thing is, in my block, we used to play help tag.
Okay.
But the help tag was we go through the basement, we end up in another. So we go from 160, you can't pass 163rd. But 160 and 161st, they connect through the basement. So if you go down one basement, you could end up in 161st.
Yeah, I remember those.
So we used to play help tag, like 15 of us. And there was always one guy that was the fastest. He was the last one that we always like, yo, let's all team up and let's get this motherfucker.
Yeah.
But it was running through the basement. We would go to the roof of the buildings. It was like crazy shit that we used to do. So that was one of the games we played. Of course, we always played football in the block, from light pole to light pole. We used to play the basketball with the milk crates, or later on in life, we started chipping in and go to Modell's, and we used to buy the rim in the back, the backboard for $20.
Yeah.
Because they didn't come with the pole, so we had to like hang it up.
You put it in a regular, with the car, where it says no parking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So every time we had every 3 months, everybody had to chip in $1 or $2 until we had like $22. We go to Modell's or wherever the store was in 181st, and we get a new one. And we always had the basketballs, but that was like the main.
Do you ever get your rim stolen? That happened to one of our blocks.
Nah, because
somebody's jacked our rim,
There was always one guy that was like, yo, I'll take it to my house so that nobody sees it.
So he would just hold it.
Yeah, I was like, it's a Lambone from the crew, man. He always wanted to be that, and he was always the one that we picked last to play. The one that will hide it for us.
Yeah, exactly. You can't play basketball without him.
Either that or we'll keep it in one of the buildings in the basement that we were like, my building was 520, so we either kept it in our basement. Across the street, we had like most of our friends who lived in 517 always keep it in the basement. But that was about it. But football was like the major one when we started getting older and shit like that. But other games, I think we played the same games. Handball.
I used to play curveball too. Like you hit the ball off the corner of the curb and you play baseball, sort of like that.
Yeah, we had a different name for it in my block, but most of the drug dealers would play that for money because they swear they were playing baseball for real, off the wall. I'm like, dude, this is just you hitting a blue ball off a little wall, and you see a crowd.
You could do a lot with the fucking blue ball back then. I don't mean blue balls, bitch.
And that shit will go on, and that shit will fly over the guy. It's un home run, loco.
Yeah, if you hit the home run. If it goes out, like us, we used to do it inside the building. So it'd be like, first you touch this wall, that window was first base. Second base was the end of Richie's mom's building. Then third was like somebody else's apartment window. And then you come home when you hit the ball.
The one game we started playing when we got older in our block. Because all the drug dealers in the block used to play was the quarters. La peseta.
Oh, yeah, with the line.
And the line.
Yeah.
Dude, they be spending hours throwing it. Dale, la línea, hey. No, dame mi cinco pesos. So we started playing that for like quarters, not even dollars. So that was like one of the games we used to play and shit like that.
What else do you remember from Uptown?
Bro, if you're from Uptown, it don't matter if you're 160 or 175th. This guy will always be in your block around this time now, winter time. It'll be raining right now. You hear the little shopping cart coming, and from far away you hear, see? Be bam, man. Be bam, man. Habichuela Con Dulce. And then you hear the merengue.
And then the merengue got me singing to
Yeah.
Well,